Hi everyone! So our trip to Vancouver is finally coming to an end. And like always, traveling has its ups and downs, and we've already faced our first issue with FLAIR.
So if you haven't watched our previous video, this is how our experience with FLAIR was.
I would say definitely try FLAIR. It's gonna be value for money. Yeah.
Okay, so things were a little bit different this time around, and it all started 24 hours before our flight. We got an email as well as a text message saying that it's time for us to do our online check-in. So we clicked on it and filled out all the information. But at the end of it, we only got one boarding pass, and we tried multiple times, but it just kept giving us one boarding pass and didn't include any reason why that was happening. And I do have a theory behind it, but let's see what happened next before I share my theory with you guys.
System was not generating a boarding pass for me. We tried like 5 different times, tried to change the seats, but nothing was working. FLAIR Airlines, the customer support, it only stays until 9 p.m. It was already past 9 p.m. and we were trying to figure out the boarding issue. So today morning we ended up calling them. Said that I've added it on the notes. Once you go there and talk to the counter, you won't have to pay an extra. Just go there and they would be able to assist you. We had like a really good experience with them.
So hoping for the best, we made our way towards the Vancouver Airport 3 hours prior to our flight.
We went to the counter, talked to the person. He just checked my ID and right off the bat he said, "Oh, you have paid for your tickets, but the boarding pass is not getting generated."
Now I was curious as to why this was happening. Like any other person, I went to Google and I searched very frantically if anybody else was facing this as well. And lo and behold, there seems to be an ongoing issue for like the past couple years where people were having issue getting their boarding passes and then having to go to the counter. So that got me thinking. I got my boarding pass because the carry-on bag was under my name and Sakshi was only carrying her personal bag. So maybe FLAIR is not giving boarding passes to people who just have their personal bags and have not paid extra for a carry-on. Allegedly, because we did get a boarding pass when we were going from Toronto to Vancouver. This issue only came up from our Vancouver to Toronto flight. I did have some other friends who were flying with personal bags only, and they also didn't get their boarding passes until they went to the counter. So I don't know, this is just my theory. You let me know if this is an issue that you have faced as well, and if this is something FLAIR is just doing. I don't know, what do you think?
And another issue we faced was the system was giving us 2 separate seats. Like we had booked E and F together, but it ended up showing us F and A, something like that. That's what I told him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll have to figure something out, give me a minute or something." So we had initially booked for aisle 22, but he ended up giving us aisle 12, which is better, because if we would have checked in, we would have... Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so because these rows are a bit further up, we would have had to pay extra for them, but because of their system glitch, they kind of took responsibility and arranged these seats for us. We didn't have to pay in anything extra, and it was very smooth. I didn't even have to explain him anything then. Fixed the issue and gave us our boarding passes. So I think that was like a really good experience we had with FLAIR.
So here's a tip if you're flying with FLAIR. Give yourself some extra time in case the online system starts glitching. So you don't want to be rushing when you're at the airport or, when you're about to catch your flight. Trust me on that.
After all the issues were resolved, we made our way towards the security and it was quite empty as you can see. And here we are inside the Vancouver Airport, just walking around till it's time for our flight to start boarding.
Alright, so now we've made it through check-in and security, and guess what? Our flight is delayed by 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the worst thing that could happen, but it does affect like our overall experience. And that also means that we're going to be half an hour late when we reach Toronto.
Yeah, because Toronto is already 3 hours ahead of Vancouver.
So yeah, that's
already going to be pretty late for us.
But no worries, we took this moment to just discover the airport some more.
Lee Donuts here. We tried them in Gastown, remember?
Yeah, they were really amazing. So I think we'll get one more.
So we just stopped by at Vino Volo here at the airport to grab something to eat because it is going to be around 1 or 2 a.m. when we get to Toronto. So we just thought we'll just get a pizza to go and we can eat it in the flight. And then this pizza that we got is tomato basil pizza, and it was $18, which is kind of okay for airport prices.
So here's the pizza that we got. It did look good. I hope it also tastes good. But we'll wait for it until we get on the plane. finally time to start boarding, and we're just making our way towards the counter. And just like last time, we got our carry-on bag check. They checked the size and it did fit, so yay to us. And anyone with a carry-on will have priority boarding.
Boarding is complete. We'll help you put your smaller bags up around this moment. We have
Okay, I think going from Vancouver to Toronto is cursed because now the flight also has some issues. So the seats are
Oldish.
they're very old and it does not look clean to me at all.
So here you can see the seats, they look very old. It also looks like they haven't cleaned properly. The tray was fine, but yeah, just the seats were not good.
So add that to a list of another FLAIR issue.
But coming here, they increased our hopes a
Yeah,
lot.
we were so happy when we were coming here, and then now it's like, okay, I guess we
It's like
just
Vancouver doesn't want us to leave yet.
yeah.
We want to be completely honest and transparent with you guys about our experience with FLAIR, especially when we recommended it in our last video. And of course, things were very different this time around. But let's get back into the moment and say our goodbyes to Vancouver and start with our takeoff. Here's the menu for all the food that you can order on board. We just had our pizza that we bought from Vino Volo, and it was really good. Another tip is to bring your own entertainment to pass your time. I actually really enjoy looking at all these city lights when I'm flying at night. It's like stars, but on the ground, and you can see how different cities are designed and perfectly organized, and just people are living there. It's just such a wild concept to me. We don't have any check-in bags, so we're just making our way towards the exit.
We can go out from there.
They also have a subway here in case if you're hungry and want to grab something to eat. So this long walkway has many gates and also signs telling you where you can get public buses, hotel shuttles and stuff like that. You can also take the train to the city, and they have these Presto card machines where you can get your Presto card and then go up from this escalator towards the trains.
This is also very cool. You can see when the buses are coming and the train is coming.
That's it.
So we're going to the ride app pickup and we have to keep walking straight. So here it is, ride app pickup at gate D.
Alright guys, so that was our experience flying from Vancouver to Toronto with FLAIR Airlines. While this flight had its challenges with like the check-in issues and the delays, our flight from Toronto to Vancouver was actually very smooth.
Yeah.
So let us know what your experience was like with FLAIR in the comments below. Yeah, if it was anything like ours or like much worse. Alright, so if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And until then, safe travels and bye.